From our very beginning, we made a statement that we're forward-thinking and we're very inclusive. And Doane has continued that through its 150th year this year. Throughout time, as I look back on it, we've always built leaders. And we've always been the ones to take charge once we get out.
There's an energy here. Still, even this many years after being here, I still am just struck sometimes by the talent and the innovation.
I don't know of any other institution where there's so much focus on the student and the student success.
I was interviewing one of our seniors and said, would you recommend someone to come to Doane? And she goes, absolutely. I said, what's the best part? And she said, the faculty. And I said, well, tell me why. And she said, I found my voice. I found my voice at Doane.
This experience doesn't have to be scripted. The possibilities are limitless.
When you just think of Doane, you just think of everybody together, everybody caring about each other, everybody supporting each other.
It's hard to put into words, you kind of can't describe it. You look at the alumni, you look at the connections that Doane offers you, and you feel this sense of Doane is the place to help me succeed.
The people who come and can plant themselves and grow, I mean, they go out, they're very successful. To watch them go across the stage at graduation, it is awesome.
I earned my bachelor's degree, and 5 months later, I landed my dream job. For me, the Doane experience has been life-changing.
As we're setting Doane up for the next 150 years, one of the things we're doing is this comprehensive campaign. There are areas that we need to grow and improve if we're going to provide the best student experience that we can. This comprehensive campaign is going to allow us to explore new partnerships that are going to provide alternative revenue sources where we're not relying on tuition too much, making sure that we are on the cutting edge and we're not allowing mediocrity. There's an excitement that we're actually stepping forward and saying, yes, we're going to make Doane the institution everyone wants to be like. People want us to think big. When they heard of the number that we're looking at, most of them said, yeah, that's Doane. This is what we should be about. We're about being the best. It's time for Doane to think bigger than it ever has. It's time for Doane to challenge itself bigger than it ever has.
It's our time now, right? If not now, then when?
Doane, it's our time to lead. Let's go.
Good afternoon. My name is Marty Fye, and I'm an alumnus of this university and currently Vice President of Advancement. It's incredible to see so many people here. I'm about ready to cry. This is Roger's part. So many students, employees, board members, alumni, and friends of Doane University, and online folks, people joining us across the country. And I want to send out a special welcome to Senator Brandt, who's joined us today. Thank you for being here. Welcome to a truly pivotal moment in the university's. Today we gather as one, united by a belief in a power of vision, the strength of leadership, and a transformative, my tears in my eyes, impact of community. Together, we stand at the threshold of a new chapter as we proudly unveil the public phase of our Time to Leave comprehensive campaign for Doane. It's a bold initiative that will shape the future of this university for generations to come. This journey began 4 years ago under the leadership of Dr. Roger Hughes. When Roger returned to his alma mater, he didn't come back to simply lead, he came back to transform. With a clear vision, he challenged us all to imagine a Doane that isn't just admired, but emulated, building the university everyone wants to be like. His ability to communicate that vision, and more importantly, to inspire action, galvanized our faculty, staff, and students and alumni. His leadership has been nothing short of extraordinary. Early in this process, we partnered with Donor by Design to launch our feasibility study and assess the possibility of this campaign. Under the guidance of Bruce Berglund, who's here, would you mind standing, Bruce? The founder of Donor by Design, a proud Doane alum and a member of our board, we engaged in an honest conversation about our dreams and our future. We met with 38 families, and what happened next was remarkable. Roger's message to those families wasn't just about fundraising. It was about the possibilities. It was about building something together that never has been done before at Doane University. And those conversations sparked something powerful. It inspired our supporters to think bigger than it ever has. The result of this study didn't just encourage us, they propelled us forward. They confirmed that we already knew in our hearts that the Doane community is ready, willing, and able to rise to this moment. Today, we take the next bold step. United in purpose, we pay tribute to our past, embrace the momentum of the present, and commit to the future, shaped by excellence, opportunity, and innovation. We're deeply grateful for the support we have received and unwavering leadership from our campaign cabinet tri-chairs. Let me introduce Pat and Ellen Beans, if you wouldn't mind standing. Rich and Dana Bartlett. And Jack and Ann Cahill. Whose dedication to Doane is truly invaluable. As we look ahead with confidence and a shared purpose, we want to thank each of you for being a part of this journey and for believing in Doane and all that it represents. Together, we will shape our future. Now it's my pleasure to welcome to the podium the chair of our Board of Trustees, Dr. Tony Gansel.
Good afternoon. I'm Tony Gansel, and it's my honor to serve as chair of the Board of Trustees. I joined the board 20 years ago in 2005, and it has been such a joy and a privilege to be part of this board. And I'm so proud of how engaged and committed our trustees are. That's important because the board really plays a critical leadership role in this comprehensive campaign, in providing strategic oversight and ensuring that it aligns with Doane's long-term mission and priorities. But beyond governance and oversight, many of our trustees have also led by example, supporting the campaign personally, helping to cultivate donor relationships, and serving as ambassadors and as advocates for Doane within their networks. As chair of the Board of Trustees and someone who is deeply committed to the academic mission of higher education, I believe it is our time to lead. And this campaign is essential for Doane. It will ensure that we have the resources to continue delivering on our promise of a distinctive and distinguished educational experience for our students and to prepare them to learn and serve with integrity and with purpose. We need resources. We need resources to invest. We need resources to invest in our faculty, our facilities, our learning environment, and our programs. But we believe in the future of Doane. We believe in our president and his leadership, and we believe in our faculty and our staff and our students. Let's build on our strengths and forge new paths and be bold in shaping our future for generations to come. I'm proud to support this effort, and I call on others to do the same. It's now my pleasure to introduce to you Jack Cahill, one of our tri-sponsors of the campaign. Jack.
Well, I want to thank all of you for being here today. This is really an exciting time, and I thank Tony for her work and everybody on the board, the things that you do. This is just excitement, and as two proud alumni, Ann and I are just thrilled to be here on this special day. And again, the tri-chairs of this campaign, we're all here. I'm lucky enough, I think I drew the short straw, so I get to be the one who speaks. But the work that everybody is doing is absolutely remarkable. But we also want to take time to represent and remember the honorary chair of this campaign, Rick Gibson, who passed away last summer. Rick had absolutely a passion for Doane and a remarkable leadership as he looked at the future of this university. And so we're so proud to thank him, but also his son, Kim is with us. And Kim, I saw hello, but I didn't see where you said. Please stand up, Kim. We want to thank you on behalf of your family. I can speak for all the campaign chairs I know when I say that as we look at what's happening here, we are absolutely here to support some exceptional leaders. When I think of the work that's being done by our president, Roger Hughes, our vice president, Marty Fye, but it goes deeper than that. There are so many people, and it is volunteers, it's the administrative people that work on their teams, it's the faculty and the board of directors have all been just an amazing team working on this project, and we thank all of them for the work that they're doing. The goal we have as a team is really to articulate the campaign's vision and try to galvanize that thought, both on campus but also out in the community. As tri-chairs, we have been asked to obviously support the campaign and what it's doing, to provide some strategic advice as it's needed, but also to help demonstrate our own commitment through our personal contributions to the plan, but also to foster some real connection between alumni and friends of the university. And that's what we're trying to do. Again, my partner, Ann, she and I look back at our time here with such great joy. And when we were asked to join this campaign team, we had to think why. But the more we heard, the more absolutely clear the message was. This campaign is pivotal in the way that this university will be looked at over its next 150 years. And that is a giant step forward. And we genuinely believe that the success of this campaign is really going to move Doane to the highest level of respect in education. More than 50 years ago, I still get a tear in my eye when we hear Merrill will ring tonight, and I've got friends and fraternity brothers who were here that we watched that building burn down. And we have retained for all those years this amazing loyalty to this university, not only because of the scholastic achievement and experience that we had, but also the social side was pretty good. But students attending Doane today, and I love the fact that so many of you are here, you're experiencing today what we experienced 50 years ago, and yet when I look at this campaign, I think it's the students of the future that are really going to benefit from what all of us are doing, and so we thank everybody about that. But you know, to transform the vision of what Doane will be in the future, it really means that we've all got to work together. And to secure the success of this campaign, we have to ask all of you to kind of join the volunteer side of what we're doing. And there are so many ways that you can contribute to this. Obviously, financial contributions are wonderful, but it's also referring new students, attending events as you're doing today, telling others your story of Doane is all such an important part of helping others understand who we are and where we're going. Again, this is really more than a campaign, it's a call to action. And with that, I know all we can do is ask you to participate as we have, and I know that you will be fulfilled in the same way that we have. When I think of the architect of this program, I have to look to Roger Hughes. I won't try to copy the wonderful words that Marty has already said about Roger, but when I look at Roger and Laura, I say, my God, two amazing things happened in the near past that has helped make Doane a wonderful school. And so we thank both of them for making the decision to be here. And Roger, I ask you to come forward and share a little more about the vision that you were the architect. Roger?
Thank you, Jack. Well, thank you so much. Thanks so much, Jack, for the introduction. Obviously, thank you, Laura, Ann, Tony, and Marty. Senator Brandt, thank you so much for taking time to be here. Marty, thanks for making it okay to cry. Doane has been guided by committed, innovative, and thoughtful leaders since its founding in 1872 by engineer Thomas Doane. From these early days to today, our trustees, faculty, and staff have helped transform a small college on a hill to a globally engaged university. As the landscape of higher education continues to evolve, we must remain agile and responsive. Our current Board of Trustees understand this urgency and fully support our Time to Lead campaign as a bold response to the opportunities and challenges that are ahead. We are fortunate to follow in the footsteps of courageous, forward-thinking leaders, and now it's our turn to carry the baton. It's our time to lead. With this responsibility in mind, 3 short years ago, we embarked on a feasibility study to determine if, in fact, we should pursue a comprehensive campaign. The last comprehensive campaign we had been 25 years ago and had exceeded its goal under the direction of President Emeritus Dr. Fred Brown and with the help of Vice President of Advancement, Steve Rasmussen. At the start, we had no idea as to the timing or the size of the goal. So we turned to our Doane board members, our alumni, and our friends to balance dreaming what is possible and achieving what is probable to help shape our goals. And thus, the Our Turn to Lead campaign was born. It's been exciting to see everyone affiliated with Doane raise their expectations as to what we can accomplish together. The Our Time to Lead campaign represents more than just a fundraising effort. It represents our commitment to Doane's future and our belief in the power of education to transform lives and our world. This campaign is about advancing our mission in a rapidly evolving world. It's about creating the spaces, the support systems, and academic resources our students need to thrive. It's about investing in our faculty, staff, facilities, and endowment. It's about enhancing innovation and collaboration and planning so that headlines in 150 years read about Doane, we remain the leader in liberal arts education. Doane has been blessed by the generosity of many donors who have helped us reach this point in the campaign. Those donors include individuals, private foundations, and corporations. Here are just a few. The Glenn Korff Foundation made a key contribution to the theater portion of the new Korff Performing Arts Centers, which is slated to be completed in the summer of '26. The family and many friends of the late Tom Tonages made gifts to the music portion of this new Performing Arts Center. The late C. Donald Brody, former member of the Board of Trustees, provided for Doane and his estate, resulting in the largest gift ever made to Doane. The Robert and Artist James Foundation for their pledge to the new academic building. This building will be the most transformational thing Doane does in the next 30 years. Many other donors have made gifts and commitments to help Doane reach this historical milestone in its 153-year history. Thank you so much. Let me again thank all the volunteers who have helped work so hard, the tri-chairs, the campaign cabinet. And again, I'd like to remember Rick Gibson. Kim, thank you so much for being here. Rick so passionately shared his love of Doane at many of these campaign events. His passion convinced the attending people to join our vision. And thanks to Bruce Berglund, our campaign consultant and DBD, for your campaign confidence and your leadership. And a special thanks to Vice President of Advancement, Marty Fye, and his team. Your willingness to grind and make this happen in under 2 years is absolutely remarkable. And now I'd just like to share a quick campaign video as we go forward. Mike.
There's a 150-year tradition of Doane. So what's at stake? The next 150 years.
There is a real opportunity here to grow.
Well, I think there's an energy. I think there's hands down the two most important things to make sure that we can be innovators, problem solvers, and outside-the-box thinkers. And that's what's going to keep Doane going for the next 150 years.
Looking back, boy, Doane was the best thing that ever happened in my life.
The relationships I built here are unmatched.
When you go to Doane, you become kind of a family.
From the custodian to the facilities people, the goal is always to support you.
Our relationship between our coaches, our staff, and our students just go deeper.
We've always been on the cutting edge of doing something that was unique. So I think that's important that we reclaim some of that.
We want Doane to remain and continue to build and be vital. And so you have to look towards what are the needs and what will be the needs.
The changes that are happening in the world, we need to be right there with it and maybe help drive it. Doane has the personnel. We have creative people. We have smart people. We have smart alumni who are willing to partner with us and who are already leaders in their field. So we have all of these resources to create innovation that moves us into the next 150 years. That kind of innovation costs money.
We need to provide the best faculty that we can and then be able to make sure that our faculty keep up with the changes in pedagogy that are needed.
Without the faculty and staff, then there would be no Doane University. They're hearing the students and they're listening and they're taking care of the students. So putting it into them is putting it into the students.
If you told faculty, what would you do with this much money? There would be all kinds of ideas. And every single idea would be student-centered. What's it going to do for these students?
We're doing something from the standpoint that's going to directly affect the experience the students have. Give them an opportunity to elevate their game, so to speak, so that they experience the same transformation that our alumni have.
Somebody was there for us. They showed us how to grow, how to lead, how to work in the community, how to work with the family, how to work our jobs. Now, some years later, it's our turn to return that favor.
A person has to begin to think about what is their legacy and what are you going to leave behind for somebody else to have the same or similar opportunities.
I have had the greatest leaders and I have followed those leaders. And now it is time to be one of those leaders. It's time. It is our time to lead.
Doane, it's our time to lead.
It's our time to lead.
It's our time to lead.
It's our time. It's time for Doane to think bigger than it ever has. It's time for Doane to challenge itself bigger than it ever has.
This campaign will make us that top-notch university.
I think there's great things coming.
Doane, it's our time to lead. Let's go. Let the record show my lip has not quivered one time. Yet. To me, this campaign is a defining moment, an opportunity for the entire Doane community to come together and shape the future of this institution we love. It's a bold step forward, and I couldn't be prouder to stand with our board, alumni, student, faculty, staff, and friends as we lead Doane into the next chapter. Tigers, it's our time to lead. I'm pleased to announce the public phase of the Our Time Lead campaign. Our campaign goal was to raise $100 million over 5 years. I'm pleased to announce to date, we have raised $82 million. I just couldn't make it. Our goal was to raise $100 million over 5 years, and I'm pleased to announce to date we have raised $82 million toward that goal in less than 2 years. Congratulations. Congratulations to everyone. With your partnership, we will be building the institution everyone wants to be like.
Faculty, just so you know, I don't have big bags of money in my office right now. That's coming later. Merrill will ring. Go Tigers. Dr. Fay, take it away. Thank you.
We're going to do a short press conference with Dr. Hughes, and we invite you to move out into the rotunda out here, and there's drinks and things. We'll be out for a toast here in a short period of time. Thank you all for being here, and I cried first.